There is a widespread assumption in personal finance that sophistication equals progress. More accounts, more strategies, more products, more moving pieces. The financial life grows more elaborate every year, and the elaborateness starts to feel like evidence of success. The Stoics would have questioned that assumption, and so would the results. Complexity in a financial life carries costs that rarely appear on any statement. Every additional account is something to monitor. Every additional strategy is something to understand, maintain, and second guess. Every additional product is a decision you made once and now have to keep rejustifying. The mental overhead compounds quietly, and at some point, the structure that was supposed to serve you becomes something you serve. Seneca lived in one of the most materially abundant environments of the ancient world, and he wrote often about the burden of possessions. His observation was simple. The more things a person accumulates, the more those things demand. Attention, maintenance, worry. The owner slowly becomes the caretaker. The same is true of financial complexity. I have reviewed financial lives with a dozen accounts, scattered across institutions, overlapping insurance policies no one fully understood, and investment strategies layered on top of each other with no unifying logic. In almost every case, the complexity was not producing better outcomes. It was producing confusion, blind spots, and fatigue. And there is a harder truth underneath this. Complexity favors the house. Complex financial products generally carry higher expenses, and those expenses flow to the institutions and brokers selling them. The more layers a product has, the harder it is to see what it actually costs, and the easier it is to embed fees inside the structure. This is not an accident of design. Opacity is often the product. When something in your financial life is difficult to understand, it is worth asking a pointed question. Difficult for whom? And profitable for whom? Simple things are hard to overcharge for. An index fund has nowhere to hide a fee. A complicated product has 100 places. Here is a useful test. If you cannot explain your complete financial structure to someone in 5 minutes, the structure is probably serving something other than clarity, and possibly someone other than you. Simplicity is not the absence of sophistication. It is sophistication that has finished its work. The most elegant financial plans I have seen share the same qualities. A small number of accounts, each with a defined job, an investment approach that fits on one page, insurance that covers real risks and nothing else, a clear answer to the question of what all of it is for. That kind of simplicity is not a starting point. It is an achievement. It usually requires cutting things that once felt important and consolidating things that once felt separate. The Stoic principle underneath this is discipline of attention. Your attention is finite. Every unnecessary complication in your financial life, spend some of it. Simplify. And you get that attention back for the things that actually compound: your work, your relationships, your judgment. A simple financial life is not a lesser one. It is a quieter one. And quiet, over decades, is worth a great deal. I will see you in the next one.